fun. But I gotta take my walk because I got 4 days. I don't do my walks. It's gonna be like this until the new schedule because it's 4 days in a row. While I do my walk. So yeah, the other day, what was it, Saturday? I just didn't feel like doing that much. I know it's always the way, isn't it? So I'm cooling down, and then I gotta brush and floss my teeth. Clearly, I'm getting all sorts of calculus and stuff. I can't care. Never go to a dentist again. Yeah, I don't feel it's safe to. So it is what it is. 52. I'll be 53 in May. Clearly, we'll all be nuked, surrounded by just undesirable males because people are not allowed to interact with who they want to per an extinction. So it is what, and I mean, honestly, like I said, I don't even know how much of that I care about. It's impossible to know in the new age because so far since the age ended, it's been a hostage situation that is disgusting. So I'd have no way of knowing if I actually care about that or not. It's a different species, and just me, myself, I'm not one of those people. Never have been ever since I got here. Went over it a bunch of times. I planned to basically do a Nicole, but not. She probably didn't plan to do a Nicole, but the condo part. I wanted to have a condo and just have it just be like white carpets and glass. I wouldn't do that now, but after growing up in filth, right? I maybe have a child when I'm like 30 something, a daughter. That's it. Just not big on neediness, especially when it comes to males. But I mean, females are actually kind of more gross to me. But it's gross to me when people are interdependent like that. Just the nature of me. So a person doesn't go to Ireland for 8 days by herself. Movies when I'm in junior high school, I'd go to the Dead Community Theater by myself to see E.T. Right, just really sort of singular, independent person. I don't mind socializing, but it's got to be on my terms with people I want to, which to me is sane. Right, like maybe a theater troupe or something. People that want to talk about art, go to an art museum, talk about art. I used to like that thing in college where you read poetry and you interpret poetry. So, right, like reading the regular Odyssey. So, and the, yeah, like I liked those English classes. I remember anything to do with like Greek mythology, and if you've never done it, or like Shakespeare, and then I explained the thing about Return of the Native. You start with, especially when you have a professor or a teacher that explains it, you start to understand it. At first, you're sort of like, what? And then you, as you're reading it, you begin to understand it. Probably like the Bible. So, my favorite, I know people could quiz me on it now and I wouldn't know, but if I had the opportunity to read it again, I would probably say the same thing. My favorite book, Return of the Native. So, Wild West. That's the best song to do your 5 minutes after the 15 minutes. That's the best song so far. GM is good. I'll do GM again. But like if you want to do that thing where you just jump it up and down. Yeah. Remember we were doing that? Got a feeling. Can't do it. I don't know. I might be able to do it now. How long is the song? But working my way back to you, babe. So that one's good. Because the beat of it So, gotta get the heart rate up. A couple minutes. Remember that when I used to do the step for like so many songs before my walk? Yep. It's probably way too warm to wear that hat, but I'm wearing it anyway. I don't have a baseball cap. I'm going to have to go to a Dollar Tree and get one like I did last year. And then I accidentally left it on a bench in Quincy. And when I came out of the library, of course, it was gone. Just people steal things they don't even need, but I would hope that someone needed a friggin' ball cap for some reason and they don't have any money. Just, I'm guilty of it. I stole someone's gloves they left in the bathroom and Stop and Shop. So, I guess if you're missing gloves from Stop and Shop, go. Did you find gloves in the bathroom? Yeah, I don't have them on me though. I don't wear them when I'm going into Stop and Shop for obvious reasons. You would know they're yours because they have a little hole on the finger. I assumed it's an employee. Yeah, because they say Coca-Cola and they're like fake leather, so that you can like. I'm assuming it's an employee. I wasn't gonna, but I saw him and I went, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna take them." I did it once. I accidentally left my gloves and I just never went back to them. I didn't ask customer service, nothing. I did that with an umbrella that Candy left, which that was a really good umbrella. And I left it like on the card at Stop and Shop. I kept doing it. And then finally, once I went back and it wasn't there, and I never even went to customer service going, did someone leave an umbrella? She left it in the room. It had like a point on it and everything. It went in the sleeve. It was like a real umbrella, like a parasol, but an umbrella. So, anyways, I have an umbrella that says someone left it probably outside Goodwill. So, I went over all that when I went to Albuquerque and people were actually doing that. And then we attempted to do it here and just gotta wait for these things to be buried in the ground. Anybody that was out in New Mexico knows where you just leave stuff on a thing. Because first of all, we didn't have this problem with scabies, and that's not where the scabies came from. It came from that shelter. And I personally believe that they knew it and they were giving it to people purposely, like I explained, and then sticking you in a room when they know you have no income and it's coin operated laundry. And then actually suggesting that you contact your domestic violence to get money to do your laundry. That's the answer to that. It's all a bunch of insanity. That's why I said they're doing something they don't realize what they're doing. Yep. Just this whole business about buddying up to them and stuff. Clearly, no one of my species does that. I don't even think a regular, sober American does that. Yeah, like they probably end up in Boston or out in Worcester or something. They end up just caving in and going back to work. Because I've actually thought about it myself, but I'm just basically not allowed to be doing that. I have to do what my boss tells me to do, who is Almighty God. That is the only being that gives me orders or tells me what to do. Or quite frankly, I have to honestly care about. Like just amazeballs. It's really not, but it's like so odd, the stuff that people believe. If you just take anybody away from me that you perceive I care about, that then I will pay attention to you. Life doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. You just end up with a hostage and then see what you get. So, oh yeah, like I said on the Facebook last night, it resorted back to pausing a video with the word yes. I don't think it has any meaning to it anymore. It did before, and now it just figures that's an annoying thing. It's just, if you know anybody with dementia, And they start off just saying fucked up shit because they're trying to get you out of their territory generally. The ones that start following you around doing it, those are the really troublesome ones because they're trying to get you to attack them. They're trying to cause a war because they're deranged. Like, like this thing won't give it up that it owns the internet or something. Oh yeah, just wickedly sick. So if it could, it would go in a chat and leave a photograph of a shit. Sure. At this point, they think it's funny. Like that's how you can tell. Like God was discussing it with me before the jog walks about people's underlying psyche. If you were wondering about like how a person doesn't realize that their brain is sick when they're still talking and seem to be able to engage in conversations, it has to do with their psyche. It's like thoughts they had in there their whole life that you didn't know. And I don't know if they knew that other people aren't like them. Right? It's like when Jen, perfect example. And then I took a shit in a toilet and you just go, huh? Or that time Candy's saying some story about her daughter that she thought was funny. Stands in a line of the thing, farting, can tell that it stinks, and then just turns around and goes, sucks being you. Huh? Oh yeah. That's when you know when their brain goes, they're all gonna do that with the put. They won't realize that. I don't even get what you're saying, but you're gonna end up trying to put your shit on people's stuff. So just so you know, because you're all having a brain plague, I'm having. I am subject to cognitive issues too. I'm just not your species. My psyche wouldn't think that I just stop forgetting shit. Yeah, I would just like it would be probably like when I had my breast lift and I was coming out of surgery on morphine and I kept asking the doctor the same question. Not I start doing that. Yeah, because I even doing that, it was probably God. I could tell by the look on the doctor's face. I go, I just asked you that, right? And then he was like relieved. Like apparently I'm like really that was like a 4 or 5 hour surgery. So yeah. I was put under when I had my C-section too. I did not. I've never had an epidural or a spinal tap. So I explained how God explains some of that. Anybody that's had that, you're more prone to what they're calling Alzheimer's. Um, so yeah, like if you had, I mean, we're all being nuked now, but if you had a lumbar puncture, that's what it's called, ever in your life, like a spinal tap test, like you had a spinal tap, a C-section or something, just make sure you never get low iron. Make sure your iron, you don't want to overload your iron because you can die. If you just take iron pills, you get really constipated, but you want to make sure you never go anemic. Right. I think it's like a treatment at first when they realize people have Alzheimer's, but by then, right, you want to make sure that you're not anemic. It has to do also with people that are exposed to lead. Okay, and they have a spinal. Yeah, just shoot, there goes your brain. There it goes. And there it goes. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, she was here. And Michael Ford, just the way he talks. Well, yeah, that's the thing. She was there, and she and John, they took this. Like Karen could tell that something was awry. They probably came to take some of the stuff out of the room. That's their job as her children. Yeah, just like they had to get her to get rid of those storage units. I don't want to say her name. Was name here? Well, yeah, that's the thing. You filled up the room with shit again, so yeah, she was here. It's weird because they can. I remember her. At first, to them, they remember where everything is and everything's organized, and then they begin to not know where anything is. And then they'll probably accuse people of taking shit, moving shit. Your brain is sick. It's been sick from the beginning. You were never organized. No, none of that. What you're doing is normal. I don't want people to get mad at me. It's just so they know the whole business about there's got to be rugs under that thing. This has got to be in here. Even the bed itself, it's all part of marking. It's 100% all part of marking. Like even just giving up one room in a house where a person just they control everything in that room, they cannot do. It's no different than her. She literally couldn't give up a space room for me to be in. And then she could only tolerate me being in a room so long, and she'd make up an excuse to move me to the other room and then sort through all my stuff. Oh yeah, just I had 6 children and a husband, and never in a day was I doing that. They were all allowed to have their own rooms. I remember once, and it's not because of marking, but I think I stored like my wedding gown in a box or something. Yeah, because I probably didn't want to put it in my closet. It's not really about marking anything. But anyways, like they even had their own rooms. They didn't even have to share rooms with each other. But yeah, some people, that's a definite sign. It happened at the room too. It seems at first like someone's trying to be helpful and they offer to give you something. It's because they're trying to put their essence in your room. Like a dog. It's just your brain makes up what you're doing. You have to trust me. I like kind of get freaked out about myself too. And then I go, well, what else would I do? It's just the nature of this closet. I can't even hang anything up. And then I was all set to get rid of a bunch of clothes and they shut my fucking money off. You go, what would I wear? I just go, okay, enough of, I did it for 13 years. If you get rid of this eventually you'll end up a fucking nothing like Brian Buchanan and Patrick. And you're just walking around in the same fucking outfit for 3 weeks. We all did it. Where you just go, oh, I can't care. We all made up an excuse for what was going on. And some of it, God helped us along so that we would be able to cope with what was going on. Which is people that are completely insane and won't stop attacking people. Like, I'm literally not supposed to have any fucking clothes. Never mind be able to walk to see, because it's shit they can't do either. Walk to Savers and buy clothes and be a fucking adult. I'm not supposed to do that. Just the whole nature of donations, which I'm grateful for, is you can't even pick out your own fucking clothes. Because you end up going to the symphony looking like you're fucking what you are, an adult dime piece. And they completely lose their fucking shit. Not people are choosing to be dressing in a certain way. You ever wonder that? Because I've made fun of people too. They might go, that's why. We've already been attacked 14 fucking times and had our shit stolen. If we don't dress like street people, they will not leave us the fuck alone. Oh yeah. Just I'm in pajamas, I'm at Polar Express. I actually do shit when I have money. Not I go, that's why those people are allowed to have money. Oh yeah, that's all that is. If they weren't doing that shit, they'd be just like me. They don't even have to be my species. That's all a big red herring delusion. But it's just if they weren't using like that, they'd completely shut off all their fucking needs. That's the only reason they give them fucking money, because they think it's a show. And then they go, oh, these people, when they're mentally retarded. Like, they've taught mentally retarded people that's what you do. Oh, these people. Isn't it kind of disgusting, though, in a civilized society that you have those people and they weren't in a fucking institution where you don't let them have drugs and alcohol? I don't like them either, but I mean, isn't it weird that that guy leaves a fucking detox with a bracelet on and they give him $600 and a phone? And I'm like this for 13 years? That's not, because you want to say that shit to me too. Oh, this person. Oh, this person? No more fucking medical facilities. Yeah. Oh, this person. No more fucking medical treatments. It's called, you'll all be told you're having chemo. Okay? And then they're going to close those facilities down in Massachusetts. I don't know what goes on anywhere else, but I know what your fucking governor said. Not I'm making it up in my head. It would be nice if people would stop ignoring their own fucking leaders. Everyone's aware that you have batshit insane criminals that took over like Social Security and DTA office. They're not your fucking governor. I'm pretty sure your governor is in charge of your entire police force here. I'll look it up when I get back. But I'm pretty sure your governor controls your fucking police force in the state of Massachusetts. Your local police and your state police. She's the governor. Okay? And she told you that you're having an orderly fucking departure the fuck out of Massachusetts. You're not having medical care here. So, you were also told by the MBTA that you will be back on track for the transition plan this year, 2024. Not this age, this year, 2024. And that you're in a fucking kill zone. And you're the communities that are rapidly transitioning the fuck off of this land. I think some of these people are aware that there's people that live in the suburbs and they need that housing. And not you sticking a bunch of families and old people in a fucking college out there or a basketball court or behind Can-Man. Okay? They're not living in Faxton Park with people that were in a tent having threesomes and doing drugs all day and night. You've housed those people everywhere in the fucking city. So that should tell you something. Oh yeah, grandma and husband and wife with children that were college bound and got brain sick or trying to get rid of fuel are not going to go live in a tent behind Can-Man like it's their turn now. Just Karen and Michael and I don't want to say her name, but I think I did I forget her name is what I'm wondering. But I actually don't want to say her name because she doesn't have conversations with me probably for a reason, but I think I remember her name, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah, just that's a good example of it, where there's some sort of mindset, like that's new blood for shooting up, smoking meth. People like Toilet and Maria go out there, and that's their new boyfriend and stuff. No. Oh, what were you behind, Can-Man? No, they're never going behind Can-Man. They're not living over by Walmart, but because that's fair, and everyone goes to the shelter for 365 days. And a dude sleep in a shelter with their 19-year-old daughter. No, nope. They already know all about you folks because I've been explaining it to them. And yes, you had 19-year-olds, both males and females in there, mixed in with those people being abused by them. Everybody knows. So you're not getting any more. The families are not going to do that. I don't want to say it, but you could have a group of males, okay, that go, okay, we're not even going to be able to drive anymore. We're getting so ill or whatever. Okay, so this is the deal. We've got to go slice these people's throats. I'm not putting my 19-year-old daughter in a dorm with these disgusting fucking animals. And then they're letting dudes go in the dorm and rape her. Yeah, so we're going to go slice these people's fucking throats. If we got to stay in a dorm, in a shelter, those people aren't running it and those people aren't living there. I don't know why you would ever think that people wouldn't eventually do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not 19. I don't have a 19-year-old. Got to take my walk.